Welcome to my channel, and today I am going to show you the most unusual and definitely the biggest coloring book in my whole collection. Just before the war, Kathleen sent me this amazing present. I am crazy happy that it wasn't lost, that I managed to get everything in time. And when I received this gift, this package, I was so impressed how everything was packed. Very creative, even in smallest details. We are talking about book of WILDERGORN. Before Kathleen told me about this artist and this book, I've never heard about them. But now I am so happy that I get acquainted with them, and now I have possibility to dive into magical world of WILDERGORN. The only problem is that book is so huge that it's very complicated to film, but I will try to do my best. I think that I will do a very quick flip through, and then I will make several photos of the most interesting elements, so you will be able to see the style of the artist more closely. But first, look at the package. Here we have the art of Jamie Courtier, very nicely packed. Here is a book and some additional postcards. Jamie Courtier for a long time worked as a creative director in London creative studio, participated in making movies and TV shows, even Harry Potter. But then, as Jamie said himself, magical travel to the world of the WILDERGORN has happened, and he put all his travel impressions into this beautiful book, and now we also can travel, can participate. But Jamie needs our help by putting color into this black and white world, and that's what I intend to do. First, look at these postcards, very nice. If you are a little bit intimidated by coloring A3 size picture, you can start from the tiny creatures which we have here, and they represent the style of this book nicely. They are actually parts of the bigger line art pictures which you have inside of the book. And look at this beauty. The edition is magical. It has sturdy glassy cardstock cover. It has this silver binding. It has this satin book ribbon as a bookmark. Here I have a postcard, it's a present from Kathleen, and a couple of words from Jamie. I hope that I pronounced the name correctly, sorry if not. But look at this beauty. As I said, it's very difficult to put it totally into the screen. It's double-sided, but it's printed on 300 GSM cardstock, so pictures they are double-sided, but you can use anything because paper is very thick. Here we have beautiful map of the country, and you will spend a lot of time reading all the notes we have here, beginning of the story around the frame. Well, it's good to have a good English language, because even in the names of the territories, lands, countries and cities, there is a lot of humor. But if you are not a very good English speaker, then you will have a possibility to learn, as I intend to do. So that was the first cover. Now we will... Here we have an invitation to join travel to the WILDERGORN land together with Jamie. Look at this beauty. Sorry guys, I don't know how it will be possible to see, but as I say, I will try to make also pictures and to put in this video. We have a story about this land, about all particular parts of the land, villages, cities, countries, and about people and interesting creatures which are living there, about their everyday life, what they love to do, what they do for living, and everything is right in a very good handwriting, very nice to read. It's I don't know, it's like indeed a travel journey. And here we have the first spread. Look how detailed are all those pictures. You know that I color relatively quickly, but even now I don't know, maybe I will need couple of weeks for one of such pages. Well, maybe let me show you closer the first page. So here we have the story about Gong Wizards of Estriel, the first part of the country, and what we are reading here. Then we can find those mentioning about all those wizards and their habits on this page. Very interesting architectural elements, funny animals and birds, and that's probably my favorite part in this book, all those animals and birds. This first part is dedicated to the mythical citadel of Estriel, where Gong wizards, protectors of the land, are living. We have a rotating tower, we have other parts of the citadel here. They are plotting some stories, some travels. They are looking after the land. Here we have this rotating tower. Again, I hope that you will be able to see these details. Look at all those creatures. From the tiny people, they are sitting, flying. Here we have magicians. Look again at all those birds. Let me show you faces of the magicians because they are absolutely adorable. Then the bottom part, I also want to show you those they are creating some potions. Probably they are writing the story of the land, or they are learning something in the books and magical papers. But look at all those things. Each of the lands, they have unique details of architecture, unique details of the landscape. I haven't decided yet which media to use. I think that of course I will try to do watercolor background because it would be much quicker, and then I will work on the details with colored pencils. My god, how to show you all the beauty of this book. I am not sure if my camera will be able to do it, but believe me, it's one of the most beautiful coloring book I've ever seen. Here we have inner part of this magical citadel, what they are doing inside. Look at this well, all those stairs. Here we have playing wizards. On this side we have another part of the story. And as I said, it's very nice because you read the story and you can find some of the elements mentioned here. Now we have the next one. You can see that it's totally in different style. It's more like space creatures in totally unusual shape. And maybe let's have a look here on this side. When you first look at the page, you are slightly lost. Then you find the main characters and look at all this beautiful pottery which they have. Look at all those interesting creatures which they have here. Totally different style of the building. So that's why I really was so mesmerized by the beauty of this story, that we have parts of the land, very detailed and very detailed explanation of each of the territories. Let me show you. Here we have all those creatures which I love so much on the postcards. Maybe I will make it a little bit darker, and I will show you here. Here we have the stormfish of Seoul. This territory is Seoul, and look at all those creatures. This one, it's like a giant cat. The fishes, they are absolutely amazing. And even this one, which is a little bit intimidating, it's still very nice looking. But my favorites are this pair. Sorry guys, I moved my camera. I hope that you will be able to see this pair. I will put a photo here. They are absolutely adorable. I don't know yet how to film my coloring in this book, but maybe as I intend to color part by part, then I will be able somehow to film it. Look again at this flying creature, the stormfish. On the next we have WILDERGORN. Again, totally different style of the architecture. It looks more like medieval town, but the inhabitants, they look like people with wings. Also quite interesting. Look at all those stoneworks. If you need to practice how to do different textures, metal, stone, wood, that definitely will be for you. And WILDERGORNs, a lot of water in this part of the land. Here and here. Again, I do love that we have very interesting perspective on each of the pages. We have many levels of the territory. We have channel and the board. That's definitely one of the most beautiful in the whole book. Then we have again unique animals for this territory. Their noses, they are so nice. I absolutely love the board with the sailors on top, and they have something to sell, so they probably are traders. Those creatures which we have here among the flowers. And on the upper level we can see everyday life of the inhabitants of this part. Very nice and very interesting card. Again, they are baking probably something. A lot of interesting things to learn about this land, and you can of course imagine your own things from what you can see on the pictures. Here we have slightly bigger picture of the same territory, and I do love that from time to time we have the traveler picture here. On this one, it's also very detailed. Look at all those flying creatures. Let's move. Amazing amount of details. I absolutely love this building. Very beautiful. Standing above the channel. Here we have some kind of that's probably another boat, definitely some kind of port. But I was attracted to this beautiful bird, which was she definitely stole something shiny, and all those flying creatures around. Well, let's move again, because here we have very interesting spread. The left and the right. Here we have the story beats of Sarah. As I said, you need to read the story to be able to catch the main things about this land. But again, you can see how drastically everything changed from the landscape. Totally different trees and totally different animals and other plants. Absolutely amazing card. And here we have my favorite part of this land. It's Potter's Road. When I first looked at the site of Jamie Courtier, I was immediately attracted to this part. There were pictures from this book, and when I saw this one, I realized that I will be fully in love with this book. Again, a lot of details. It's kind of steampunk probably, but what attracted me, it's all those amazing animals which we have here. So the potter's rod definitely will be my first, which I intend to color from interesting trees, but inside of the trees we also have some amazing creatures and many interesting things to color. So they are living in the wooden buildings. As I said, you will need to practice how to color metal, wood, bricks, and you know that I love to color such things. That's another one of my favorites. Here again we have story about what people and inhabitants are doing in this land. So many interesting things to look at. The food, the flowers around, and of course the clothes of the people. Everything is so nice. I can't imagine what kind of talent and what kind of imagination you have to create such a beautiful book. It's a blessing to have such an imagination and to be able to put it on paper to share it with us. Look at this channel here and interesting creatures inside. Then other creatures. They actually look capybaras, my favorite animals, but they are on the tree. Similar creatures are sitting here, and here we have painter. Well, I promise I will do a bigger picture so you will see all these details. And Jamie very kindly also sent me a huge poster. It's even bigger. I won't be able to put it in the screen, but it's also of Porter's land. So I will be able to color it 2 times, but this poster, I will put on the floor, and like a child, I will be able to color on the floor. Well, and we are traveling to another part of the land. Here we have the cave fissures of Sevist. And indeed we have flying fishes. What an amazing things we have here. Another type of the cars and totally different style of the landscape again. Look at this flying thing. It's something like horse, but with some interesting details. Here we have this interesting creature. I think that they are helpful for catching flying fishes. Oh my god, what a beauty. I saw several colors pictures by other colorists, and in full color it looks even more impressive. And of course you don't have to limit yourself to any colors, and that's perfect for coloring book. When you have perfect line art, you don't have to think about shading, about realistic things. You can simply enjoy the process. And of course when you work on the great paper, when you work on such cardstock, when you are able to lay it flat on the table, then the pleasure is doubled. Another part, here we have the tower mines of Scray. We need to learn where they are trying to dig inside of these mines. Here we have probably some guard flying, and we have workers. This one is so nice. I absolutely love this one. He's sitting and trying to eat something, but the workers, they are in full working mood. Look at all those adorable creatures. I absolutely love them. They are a little bit like ships, but much cuter. And those things, maybe lizard looking, I don't know, but again they are adorable. Here again we have beautiful channels with boards, and I absolutely love this tower. Even the style of the brick and the roofs, they are totally different in all parts of the land. Another one of these flying dragons, dinosaurs. I don't know how to call all of them, but maybe we have names here in the story. When I will color each of the parts, of course, I will learn better how to call them. Look at this adorable thing. Well, and next here we have a spread still about the town miners. Probably it's quite a big land, so look at those things again. Actually, it's a beautiful land with these flying dragons, with a lot of flowers and these unusual plants. Let's have a look here. I will be moving it a little bit to show you all the parts. Again, channel. On the next level we have bridges, columns, interesting machinery. But in the bottom part we have relaxing people. They are singing something. Probably they are playing music, all of them. Here we have some playing games. Very pleasant land. Next one, we are moving to the box defense, and here we have a land of warriors, definitely. Well, I won't be talking about amount of details here, but when you look closer, I think that you can start from coloring here the main characters, all those warriors, and then depending from the colors you selected, you can select colors for the building, for the bricks, for the stairs, and then for the parts of the nature. Here we have the siege, and they are defending their land with some interesting armor. Yes, they are warriors, but they are very nice, and they are not very fierce, very sympathetic. Well, look at this part. Here we have an air battle, probably because they are flying. Again, they are preparing for siege. And another part. Oh, maybe it will be easier to start coloring from something smaller like this one, or at least this one, where it will be possible to color it in a week or two. Yeah, it's intimidating, but you know that very often when you are attracted to the beauty of the art, any problems like size or amount of details, it will never it will be never a reason why not to start coloring such a beauty. So it was the last part of the land, and here in the end we have a caution that something will happen soon in the land. Maybe some danger is awaiting for it. Of course, I will read this story more carefully now when I am home, and I will be able to relax, to enjoy all my books. It will be a difficult choice which part to start coloring from, so maybe I will read a story. I will try to find something smaller, maybe even this one, and then step by step I will try to color it. Yeah, it's complicated to film, but I'm sure that I will share with you my coloring experience, just like Jamie Courtier shared with us his experience of traveling in WILDERGORN land. Huge thanks for this beautiful gift, and I hope that I will manage to color it and to do an honor to it was an honor to receive such a book, and I hope that I won't mess up by putting color in it. It's beautiful in black and white. It could be a perfect present because the story is interesting. Line art is perfect. Quality is highest. So I hope that with my coloring it won't look worse. Thank you for listening. As promised, I will put pictures of the most interesting elements in the end of this video, and I will leave you a link to the Jimmy Courtia's site, where you will be able to look better at his art and to learn more about this beautiful artist. Thank you, and until my next videos. Sorry guys, it was a little bit difficult to film, but I tried my best.